Welcome everyone to the Tuesday, November 5th office hours. It's voting day here in the US, so if you haven't had a chance, go out and make sure that you vote. We're going to go through a bunch of really exciting product and marketing and content related Grade Us stuff. My name is Garrett. I'm the Senior Content Marketing Manager at Grade Us. So today, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of listings monitoring updates, as well as an exciting partnership. Our new Floating Carousel feature, which is now live in the platform, the new review stream redesign, the Grade Us blog updates that we did from this past month. Talk a little bit about the webinar that we did last week, which went really well. It was a lot of fun. We got dressed up in costumes. Reminder about our Google Tag Manager beta feature, and then talk about some of those extended Cyber Monday deals that we have going on for this month. Then I'll take a few Q&A at the end. So if any questions come up, I will do my best to answer them at the end. But since we have a low-key group here today, feel free to chat, and if appropriate, I will, make sure that I get to it. Okay, so first off, the listings monitoring UI update and Yext partnership. So just a really minor thing, for those of you who have not used our listings monitoring tool before, it's really cool. Basically, it allows you to connect a specific location and make sure that your various directories and review sites are up to date. We keep adding sites to that. Last month we added, Avo and the Better Business Bureau and Judy's Book, a few others. You'll see that if you go to your Grade Us platform and you click on the listings on the left-hand side. And what it does is it lets you know if the information of your name, your address, and your phone number are all consistent across the different sites, which is important for your local SEO and your visibility. The big update that we have coming out this week is as we add more specific sites for each industry, we're going to allow the ability to filter. So you'll only see the sites that are relevant to your specific industry or business, which makes a ton of sense. So you'll see it pop up here on the right-hand side. One also feature that we updated last month is now you can send the monthly listing changes. So if for whatever reason one of your listings does change, whether it's a Google edit or something else like that, you can set up an email notification to make sure that you get an update on a monthly basis if you need to make sure and go and change those. And so that kind of leads into this whole listings management feature, which is not currently part of the Grade Us platform. However, we are excited to announce that we have started a new partnership with Yext, which is a major listings management service. And so if you are not currently a Yext customer, what you can do is you can reach out to sales@grade.us and find out about the partnership and what sort of discounted options we're able to provide. So that is available now. So just reach out, send an email about your interest in Yext listings management. And with Yext, you are able to basically make changes across all of your review sites and directories, making it really easy to manage your listings and not have to manually go in and do it on a directory or site-by-site basis. Okay, so we've got a new floating carousel, which is something we're really excited about. So there are two parts of this. Now, if you go over to Grade Us in your dashboard and you scroll down to reviews, and then you go over to your review stream, you'll see the badge, the review floating carousel pop up, and you can basically grab this embed code and put it on your entire site or any specific page of your site, and you'll see this updated dynamically with your brand new reviews. The settings of the review stream are also applied to the floating carousel. So whatever you set here and you customize the embed code, that is what's going to show up on the review carousel, as you apply it to your site. One thing I want to note is that this first iteration, we are planning to actually update this design, but we wanted to get the product out the door. So what we did is it is live and available. However, we would love to have your feedback on any sort of design changes that you think we could make to improve it. So whatever you want in terms of the design aesthetic, we have this form here, which will also be included on the, well, it is in the email newsletter that we sent out this morning. We would love for your feedback to let us know what you like about the carousel design, what you don't like, and then what changes we can make. And in the next few weeks, we'll be rolling out a brand new redesigned version with your input. It's not available like on the actual WordPress plugin, Steve. So basically, he wanted to know if the carousel is available in the plugin. It's just this embed code. So you would be able to add this embed code, just this kind of style, HTML, CSS, right on any page of your site, and that would apply it to that page. Okay. So next up, we have our new review stream redesign, which is completely live. So one of the really important things about this, for those of you who have been customers with Grade Us for a while, you actually have the ability now to switch over to our redesigned review funnel as well as the review stream. But the new redesigned review stream is only going to be available if you're on the modern version of the review funnel. So in order to make sure that you access this, if you'll see up here, you want to go over to the funnel on your dashboard, click over on the setup here, and then scroll down, you'll see these style options. You'll need to switch over to the modern design. So when you switch over to the modern design, it creates this new, very slick, clean looking aesthetic for your review funnel. And then that also applies to the review stream that you want to put on your website. And now that is part of the WordPress plugin as well, the new redesigned version. So, if you're using the WordPress plugin or if you're using just the basic embed code, you can go to dashboard to reviews, go over to the review stream, and then you'll be able to grab that embed code there and use this brand new review stream redesign. That's the one that either applies both on your review funnel like so. So when you update it, you'll see the new version there. Looks really slick. Or you can actually put that on any pages on your website. Okay, Dean, if you are seeing any broken images, you're going to want to reach out to support@grade.us. And if there's a bug there, we'll definitely want to make sure that we get that fixed for you. Okay, so the Grade Us blog update. So we had a really fun post that went out about a week ago that is still applicable for the whole rest of the month. And the idea here is this day-by-day pre-holiday review generation guide for the disorganized marketer. It's just a fun post that kind of gives you a day-by-day actionable tip on how you can focus on your review generation strategies as you're leaning up to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The reason we thought it was really important to do a piece of content like this is, as you all know, I mean, you're all here, you all care about your reviews, and your reviews are a really important part of the buyer's journey and your marketing. And the great thing about reviews is the most recent review matters the most. So a review left yesterday or a week ago is going to matter significantly more to your prospective buyers than a review that was left last year or 3 years ago. If you ever go to a restaurant like on Yelp and you're looking for the reviews, if I see a review from 4 years ago, I don't know about everyone here, but I pretty much disregard it. A lot of times, if for instance, you have new ownership, that review, they would have made a lot of changes. That review probably isn't applicable to the business anymore. So the idea here is like now is the time to really start generating reviews. So in the next few weeks, as your potential customers are looking at your business for any sort of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or any sort of deal that you're doing, if you're having fresh reviews now, when they come and look in a few weeks, those reviews are going to matter that much more. They're going to help your business, especially if you're the type of business where the holiday time really impacts your bottom line. It's not too late to really double down and get your brand, earn some new positive reviews. And so go over to this blog post. You can download this checklist and start implementing these different tactics on a day-by-day basis leading up to that Black Friday right after Thanksgiving. We also did a how to get review us stickers and posters for your business. So this blog post is cool. It goes into a couple of the main sites and where you can get the ones that they make available. So whether that's Yelp or TripAdvisor or even Google, they actually make it easy for you to download an image or download stickers that you can get printed out. There are also a couple of really great resources we provided to either create your own stickers to be used as signage in your actual business and put it up just to remind people to either leave a review or to check out your reviews. It's a great way to, kind of keep it top of mind and nuance, ask your customers when they're in the actual location to leave a review. So a lot of great resources there. We also did a couple more of our industry deep dives. We went into the financial industry, SaaS and software, as well as elder care. We had a great post about how patients from hospitals will read reviews to evaluate which doctor they want to go to. And then we had a really great, interesting interview with Ross Simmons, who's a B2B specialist consultant, runs an agency, and he talked about the Yelpification of B2B and how reviews are that much more important for those types of businesses than they ever had been before. So a lot of great stuff on the blog. I'm going to get to our webinar that we did last week. That was a lot of fun as well. So last week, it was crazy. It was a Halloween-focused webinar that talked about the fear of asking for reviews. I got dressed up, and so here you can see down here, we had a lot of fun. I had Claire Carlisle from the UK. She's a local SEO specialist, and Greg Gifford, who's also a local SEO specialist. He does a lot of major great keynote conferences like at Moz and Search Summit in DC recently, and he's all over the place. He knows everything when it comes to all the changes of local SEO. And so we all got dressed up. Claire was Greta Thunberg, the environmental activist, because she said on the webinar that climate change is the scariest thing ever, and that's why it was a scary costume. I was dressed up as zombie Bob Ross because I wanted something that didn't cover my mouth so you guys could hear me when I was talking, and everyone wants to wear a mask, but it came out well. The makeup wasn't too hard to take up afterwards, and my wife helped me apply some scabs and blood, and I don't think it was too gross, hopefully. And then Greg did a couple of costume changes. Those are both Greg in the bottom right corner. He was going to do the whole green screen. Apparently on GoToWebinar, you can't actually do green screen effects, which was a little disappointing because he wanted to do this whole cemetery setup. It worked out. It worked out anyway, but we had a lot of fun. Yeah, happy to help. Dean was saying thanks for pointing out the blog. We're always creating new blog content. That's, the goal is to help everybody out and help you with your review generation. We definitely do it with our customers in mind and try to provide a lot of practical information as well as just insights from the industry. Sometimes beyond just reviews, we talk about local SEO and just SEO in general. So the webinar was a lot of fun. We basically talked about why is it so scary to ask for reviews and what are some tips that you can do to ask. I think Greg's best advice was kind of this process of talking about how the face-to-face ask is the most effective way. You want to supplement it with a platform like Grade Us and asking via email, but ultimately it's really important to make sure that you have that face-to-face ask, especially in industries where you don't have a ton of customers and you develop that relationship one-on-one with your customers. Making the personal ask is the best way to do it. I apologize, my dog is freaking out right now. Can you guys hear her in the background? And then right after the follow-up, basically Greg suggested having a very simple review funnel landing page like Grade Us, where you're just going to direct them, and have them go to the landing page, know exactly where they want to leave the review, which removes as much friction as possible, makes it as easy to leave the review as possible, and that's that much more likely to generate reviews. Next month, for those of you who checked out the newsletter that was sent out this morning, we have a really great webinar for agencies on how they can focus on their own reputation. We have Heidi Sullivan, who's the SVP of UpCity, as well as our own Dean Heasley, from Nashville Marketing Systems, who are going to talk to us about what an actual reputation management agency needs to focus on, or digital marketing agency needs to focus on their own reviews and their own reputation. Okay. Another reminder on Google Tag Manager, that's a feature that we have on Grade Us. It's available for agency and partner customers. It is still in beta and you need to request access, but for those of you familiar with Google Tag Manager, you can do a lot of really cool things and access the review funnel and start to, basically get some data that you can use in other ways. So for people who are visiting your review funnel for either your site or your clients, using Google Tag Manager, you can potentially put a Facebook pixel on the review funnel. That would allow you to develop retargeting campaigns and lookalike audiences. You could put your LinkedIn insight tag on the funnel as well, and that would allow you to see the types of users who are visiting the funnel based on their LinkedIn profile data. If you're interested in that, basically you'll just want to reach out to support@grade.us and say that you're interested in the Google Tag Manager beta. Like I said, you do need to be on the agency or the partner plan, but we're looking for beta testers and just want to see, how you're applying it to your review funnel. But it's a really cool feature there. So this is really exciting. So Grade Us, year and a half ago, was acquired by ASG Martech, which is our parent company. They also, at the beginning of this year, or at the end of last year, acquired 3 other great SaaS platforms. And so we're doing this exciting Cyber November deal where you're going to get 30% off for the first 6 months of any of the ASG Martech tools. So if you're not a current customer and you're interested in Authority Labs, which helps you do SEO rank tracking, Social Report, which is a social media management schedule and publishing software, as well as analytics for social media, and Sife, which is an all-in-one dashboard to kind of bring together all of your different metrics that you're tracking, whether it's business, financial, marketing, SEO. You can watch all of it in one dashboard via Sife. And so if that's something that you're interested in, you can get access to this deal for any of the companies. The easiest URL that we created here that you can get this deal on is cyber.com/monday-sife. It'll be available till the end of November. But if you want to take advantage of this deal, now would be the time to jump in on that. So you click that, you'll get the promo codes, and you can try out all these great SaaS platforms. They all have free trials. So before making any sort of commitment, you can give it a try. And then, if it really works for you, your business, or if you're an agency for your clients, there's a lot of value there that we're excited about. And now finally at the end, we have our Q&A. So is there any questions that I can help out that are related to the Grade Us platform, to review management, to anything that I just discussed that you guys are interested in talking about? In terms of like local search and local SEO, we haven't seen a ton of changes. There have been some great articles written recently about the removal of stars from search engine results and how that hasn't really had a negative impact on click-through rates or organic ratings. So that's a really good thing when it comes to reviews. Google My Business continues to update their own internal platform in terms of replying to reviews. Briefly, they released a feature that would give you an auto template for writing a response to a review. Some people are a big fan of it, especially if you have a ton of reviews. It makes it that much easier for you to respond to all of your reviews. Other people think that when you're using a template, at the very least, you should customize it, like not just use the same response template for every single review response. And I think I would agree with that. When it comes to writing a response to reviews, especially if you don't have a ton of reviews, I always recommend taking the time and writing, a comprehensive, response response that really, acknowledges, either a great review and why the person loved it or whatever issue it was, and then you take it offline and try to recover it. So that's it for today. If we don't have any questions, thank you, everyone. This was a short one. We've got some great stuff in the works for December that we'll talk about at our next office hours. Really appreciate everyone taking the time out of their Tuesday. We do have one question from Steve. Google LSA has an internal review request system. How do you recommend handling LSA customers? I think that's a great question, Steve. I think the best thing is having a funnel process in the first place, knowing who is responsible for what in terms of your sales team and how to make sure that you're actually ready for those leads. There's a surprising amount of small businesses that sign up for the Google LSA, the local search ads, and then they don't have any sort of mechanisms or people or processes in place to be able to respond and help them out. I've actually seen pretty good results from a few of the people who have written about it on Twitter, and they say that they really like it. But I would say the best thing is to, make the call. Don't wait, 48 hours, 72 hours before reaching out. When you get the interest from the lead, reach out to them, try to set up a time to chat, find out what their project is and how you can help them, and then set up a, give them the quote and then go from there. Does that help? Well, anyway, thank you everybody again for your time. I hope you have a great day. If you haven't had a chance to vote, go out and vote. And this is Garrett, the Senior Content Marketing Manager from Grade Us, signing off. And this video will be updated to or uploaded to our YouTube channel as a replay. So thanks again, everyone, for coming out, and you all have a great day.